Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my college football picks for week 1. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate if you do that. I am really trying to grow this channel. We're trying to get to 300 before the NFL season starts, a week from Thursday. So a week from tomorrow, we're at 292, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, you will not regret it. So college football is starting back up. After a lot of I would say like a lot of uncertainty. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 aren't playing, even though I do think the Big Ten is going to change their mind. There's rumor going around October 10th possibly might be the start date. I even think they could start October 3rd if they get their act together within the next 72 hours with training and all of that, because they've been conditioning 20 hours a week. So definitely, they're in football shape already, or at least they should be in football shape. The Big Ten players, Pac-12 is not going to play, the MAC's not going to play, and the Mountain West is not going to play. No Power 5 teams are playing this week 1. There's a lot of group of 5. There's not a lot, but there's like I'll say 8 or 9 group of 5 games. I'm only picking the ones that is group of 5 versus group of 5, like actually FBS versus FBS. The way we do our picks here is I pick against the spread, and then I pick an actual winner or loser and give you a score. Usually, like if you were around last year, you know how I do it. I usually give you 10 straight up picks, then 5 upset picks, and then 5 locks of the week. I'm not going to do that for week 1 since it's only 5 games. I am gonna maybe try to in week 2 when the ACC plays. And also there's some non-con games of the Big 12. I may try to throw an upset pick or two in there, a section like that, and a lock or two for the week section in that. But it's gonna be kind of odd. It's gonna be kind of odd. I would say until at least I would say the September 26th, which is the week 1 for the SEC. I would say it's gonna be pretty odd. But without further ado, let's get into it. And we keep a record. I'm not doing any upsets or locks. I'm just going to pick these straight up. So that's how we're going to do it. 5 games here. Let's kick it off with the Thursday night game. South Alabama versus Southern Miss. I don't think I've ever been so fired up to watch South Alabama play or Southern Miss. South Alabama is kind of the punching bag on this channel of a team that really doesn't. They should really be an FCS school, in my opinion. They're in the Sun Belt. Southern Miss, always one of the better teams in the Conference USA. They always get they always seem to get into a bowl game every year. And this game's in Southern Miss, and they are a 14.5-point favorite at home. I'm going to take Southern Miss in the points. Give me Southern Miss minus 14.5. I think they get the victory here. I think this game's actually going to be a blowout. I'll go Southern Miss 45-17. I'll take Southern Miss by 4 touchdowns. I really think Southern Miss is one of the better teams in the Conference USA, like they are usually every year. At South Alabama, we'll see what they do, but I think this game is going to be a blowout. Go ahead, give me Southern Miss. Next game, and the rest of these games, or at least the next 3 games, I believe, are Saturday games. Middle Tennessee State versus Army. Army is an independent Middle Tennessee Conference USA team. Army is a 3-point favorite at home. Army, they won that triple option. They kind of had a very disappointing year last year. They're hoping to at least get back to at least a bowl game this year. If there are bowl games, I think they're still going to have the major bowl games like the New Year's Six bowls and some of the bigger bowls. But I think what you're going to do is see different teams get into those bowl games. Like I think you're going to see maybe a group of 5 matchup in the Holiday Bowl or something. Like I don't think 500 is going to be good enough for a bowl record this year. But Army will try and get back into a bowl game. And then Middle Tennessee State, a team that was kind of disappointing. They were also kind of disappointing last year. So 2 teams that were pretty disappointing last year. It's in the Army. They are a 3-point favorite at home. I'm going to go with Army and say that they cover only because they won that triple option, but I think it's going to be low scoring and close, but I think Army gets the cover here. I'm going to go ahead and say they win this game 16-10. I think Army is maybe the better team out of these two. I'm not quite sure who's the better team. I think these teams are pretty close, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to Army. I don't know the crowd situation there at Army at all. With that triple option, I just think they get enough done and get the win over Middle Tennessee State 16-10. Next game, SMU versus Texas State. Once again, I've never been so fired up for a Texas State game. I was pretty fired up last year for the SMU Memphis game, though. So I can't sit there and say I haven't been fired up for an SMU game. But Texas State, another team that's kind of a laughing stock on this channel that I kind of point to as teams that get ran out the building every week. They are a 22-point underdog at home. I am taking SMU to cover that point spread. I don't think Texas State could get within 22 of SMU when it's all said and done. I'm going to go ahead and take SMU in this one, 52 to 20. So 52 to 20, that's a 32-point spread right there. I think SMU is one that I do think they take a bit of a step back in the American, but I also think that SMU is going to be one of the better teams in the American, and I think they could go into Texas State and beat them up very easily. Go ahead and give me SMU to go ahead and get this win 52-20. Next game, this is your Saturday night game here, Arkansas State versus Memphis. I'm sure Kirk Herbstreit is getting very fired up for this one. I'm going to be honest with you, Arkansas State's not a bad team. They're really not. They're a Sun Belt team. Memphis, they have a new head coach, Ryan Summerfield, I believe his last name is. I might have the last name wrong, but I know I have the first name right. Or Silverfield, that's his last name, Ryan Silverfield, not Summerfield, Silverfield. But Arkansas State last year, I thought they were actually a bit disappointing last year. This year they come back. Memphis, as I said, they have a new head coach, but they also have basically that whole team coming back. I'm going to go ahead and take Memphis and take them to cover that 18.5-point spread. I just think they're too good not to cover this spread against Arkansas State. I do think this game could turn into a bit of a shootout, but I'm going to go ahead and take Memphis in this one. I'll go 45-21 Memphis in this one at home. And then the final game. To me, this is the most interesting game in Week 1, probably the most appealing game. In my opinion, the game I am most looking forward to, the game that I am most looking forward to. That still didn't make sense, but screw it, we'll go with it. But BYU versus Navy. The game is in Navy. Navy very disappointing, I would say, last year, but kind of turning on late, including a blowout win in the Army-Navy game. BYU, another team, maybe a bit disappointing last year as well. BYU is a team, in my opinion, I do think they're going to be good offensively. Defensively, I'm not so sure about them. Navy, we know they run that triple option. Navy is a 2-point underdog at home. I went back and forth for this one. To me, this is like a toss-up game. But I'm going to go with the minor upset. It's not considered an upset pick because my upset picks are you got to be at least a 3-point underdog to be an upset pick on McD Sports 4. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Navy here, +2. I think they go ahead and get the minor upset, primarily because they run that triple option. I know BYU, they have plenty of time to prepare for that. But, I mean, BYU is not supposed to play Navy in Week 1. So they didn't get a full summer to prepare for that. They probably really only got like a month to prepare for that, honestly. Because some teams, they have 3-4 months to prepare for a team that has a triple option in Week 1. BYU, I think, really only got a month to prepare for this. And I'm going to go ahead and take Navy in this one, kind of low scoring. I'll go kind of a weird score, 26-23 Navy. I'll take them by field goal. So those are my 5 picks for week 1 of college football. Comment down below. Tell me your picks. I'll tell you right now, I already had placed some money on Southern Miss minus 14.5. I mean, if I had to throw a lock on one of these games, it would be that one. I am pretty confident that Southern Miss will cover that, even though I'm not doing any locks or upsets this week. But overall, looking forward to these 5 games right here. And there's also some teams. I know UTEP, I think, plays Stephen F. Austin. I think Marshall plays a FCS school. So there's plenty of Group of 5 teams that are playing FCS schools, and I'll be watching those games as well. I know Central Arkansas, the team that kicked off and got the win over Austin P. They are going ahead and they're playing a Group of 5 school. I forget who. I believe it is a Sun Belt team they're playing. But I'm very fired up here. It's UAB who they're playing. It's UAB. But I'm fired up. We'll see what happens. Comment down below. Tell me your picks for week 1. I always like hearing from you guys. Later today, we will have the AFC North football prediction video. Can't wait to give you guys my AFC North football predictions, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. McD the Beast signing off.